Hey everyone, Mike McElroy here with Coast Realty, coming at you with our West Loop Chicago real estate market update. We took a month off there. We were working on some fun new things that we're excited to show you coming soon, so stay tuned for those. But in the meantime, we got a lot of real estate to catch up on. Before we get into it, I want to remind you that the best way to know what your home's worth or a home that you're interested in is worth is to fill out our form below with your name, email, address, and the address of the property that you are interested in, and we'll send you some comparable sales that'll give you a much better look at what that home is actually worth on today's market. All right, let's jump into it. So while the rest of the Chicago market experienced an extreme increase in demand in June, the West Loop Chicago real estate market experienced an extreme increase in inventory, but not quite so much in demand. We're going to have to see what happens in July. Demand was up about 3.9% in June. That's year over year compared to June of last year. It was up dramatically compared to May and April when the lockdown was happening. Meanwhile, inventory did increase. So there was a lot of pent-up inventory in the West Loop. And in June, home sellers put 25.6% more homes on the market than they did last June in 2019. So if you're a home buyer, what does this mean for you? It means that the West Loop is one of the better buyers markets in central downtown Chicago right now. Inventory is up. You don't have quite as much competition. Our advice to you is to look for space. As people become more used to the idea of working from home and that becomes more common, we think that people are going to be looking for that extra bedroom. So if you can find a two bed plus den, or a 3-bedroom, those are a great pickup in the West Loop right now. That said, if you can't afford those because they're pretty expensive in the West Loop, 1-bedrooms have been holding their value in the West Loop better than most other property types, 2 and 3 bedrooms. If you already have a property in the West Loop and you're thinking about selling it, and you want to do that this year, it's not a terrible market for it, but it's definitely not the top of the market. We're still down, depending on what type of property you're talking about, probably between 5 to 8% off of the October 2018 peak prices. So if you're hoping that those are going to bounce back and you're trying to just time the top of the market, sit tight. This is probably not your year. If you are thinking about selling this year, do what we always tell you to do. Plan ahead so you can give yourself plenty of time to follow your realtor's advice about decluttering, staging, getting great photos, putting together a coherent digital marketing campaign, that's our job, and being mindful of timing. That way, you're going to sell at a fair market value in relatively short order. All right, folks, that's it for this month. Check back next month where we'll have more for you on the West Loop Chicago real estate market. We'll see if that demand picks up and starts to catch up with some of the supply that hit in June. And as always, if you want to know what's going on with a particular property, just fill in the address along with your contact information below. We'll let you know. See you next time.